Today is World Obesity Day, and we have a very inspirational story for you. Matt Riggs was overweight, so when his son asked him if he was going to die, naturally he felt he had to do something to get his health back on track.
Yeah, and I don't know if we got that picture, because when we say overweight, let's be serious, we're talking obesity here. Heck. So he went on, as you can see, to lose 14 stone. And he's now a motivational speaker helping others. He joins us in the studio along with his son. Look, really good to see you this morning.
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 Can you put it... I mean, when we see that picture of you overweight...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just overweight, you were obese.
Oh, yeah, I was in trouble.
I mean, I can't imagine what it feels like to be you now, when you look back at that.
Well, I feel like a totally different person, if I'm honest with you. It's been a roller coaster ride of a change, and to be where I was to where I am today, it's been tough, but we've got there in the end, you know.
Yeah.
And it all stemmed from a comment from Harrison, wasn't it? It was a comment from school, wasn't it, Harrison? You heard something at school and you were really worried about your dad. What did you say to your dad?
I said to him, "Are you going to die?" Because I went to school on that day, and we were learning about like the body and the heart and like all the vitamins and all that, and then the meat, and then on the unhealthy bit, it was talking about takeaways, and I saw that my dad was eating that every single day. So then I asked him, "Are you going to die?"
Yeah.
And you know, the reality is, you say from the mouths of babes. I mean, you could... I mean, how old were you when that picture was taken? 2019?
I would have been 32.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd carried on that path, actually...
Oh, yeah.
You could well have been dead by 50.
I was in trouble. I was getting pins and needles in my fingers, hands, and stuff like that. I was suffering with really bad hemiplegic migraines, like basically a stroke without the stroke side effects. I was in big trouble. I was drinking a bottle of rum a day. I was eating 3 to 4 takeaways every day, but I was still going to work. It was just a cycle.
How did you get into that mess, then?
It started when I was most probably 11. I lost my dad, and then I turned to food as a comfort.
Right.
So food became my comfort. So if I was happy, I'd eat. If I was sad, I would eat. Everything would be around food. So...
What was your reaction then to Harrison when he came home from school and asked you if you were going to die?
Yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks, basically. When he asked me, "Dad, are you going to die?" I could relate to it because obviously I'd lost my own dad at 11. And I actually went into my other room. I broke down and come back into him and said to him, "No, right, Daddy's going to get strong. Daddy's going to get... It's finished. It's done." And I remember joining the gym the next week. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was on YouTube looking at... I didn't have no coach, no trainer. On YouTube, looking at workout videos, how to do this, how to do that. Joined the gym, got into the gym. I was scared about going into the gym, don't get me wrong, because a big guy going into a gym, you are petrified. All these gym buffs there, you think, well, I don't belong here, I don't fit in. But I just got on with it, got in the gym, and before I knew it, I made so many friends in the gym, and all the endorphins released. I felt amazing.
How much of this has been down to sort of facing your issues, if you like? Because you turned to food because you lost your dad, and now you are a dad. I mean, how important was it to be able to look at that connection?
Well, of course. I mean, my wife had tried to get me to lose weight tons of times. She'd even booked me a PT before for my birthday, which ended in an argument. But when my son said to me, "Dad, are you going to die?" I could relate to the connection because I had lost my dad. Not through... My dad had a heart attack and he had cancer, but I know what it's like to lose your dad. So straight away, the instant connection there with me and Harrison, it was a no-brainer. It was going to change. But
you haven't just lost weight, and we'll bring the picture back up again. You haven't just lost weight, you are shredded, as they say in gym terms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a dedication, and the main one is consistency and discipline. Obviously, it all starts with motivation, but motivation can only take you so far. It's the discipline and the consistency that will get you to that stage. It's been... I mean, I've done the body transformation as well on stage, and won first place.
I know you've got... This is an old T-shirt, is it?
Yeah, it's an old T-shirt of mine.
Wow.
Look at it. I mean, it's like a tent.
Wow. What would you say? You're half the size?
Yeah. Less than I can actually fit. Two of me in there, 2 of me in a bit in there.
You could,
Yeah, I was like 4.5, 4 or 5 XL T-shirts.
Harrison, how do you feel when you see those pictures of your dad there and you look at him now? How does that make you feel?
Impressive, and I know that he's big and strong.
But you know that you've saved his life.
Yeah.
You've saved his life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what a thing that you've done, just by asking that question.
Yeah. There's also my sister as well.
Yeah, I've got a daughter as well. She was younger, so...
Matthew, this hasn't just been a... Sorry, darling. This hasn't just been a physical transformation for you, has it? It's been a mental one for you as well.
Definitely. I mean, I struggled with mental health. I didn't realise how bad I was struggling until I started losing the weight, and still I stopped the drinking and everything else, and then you sort of, like, the haze clears and you sort of sort yourself out. The gym's been the best thing for me, but obviously anyone with suffering in any way, you need to you reach out and get the help. And obviously, for myself, I started my Instagram page, which I started inspiring and motivating people to get that help. And obviously, that's what I do now at Mr. Riggs 1 on Instagram. Basically, that's how I motivate people. So if anyone wants any motivation or any help or anything, I'm always there. Drop me a message. I'll go back to everyone because I've been in them shoes.
Yeah.
I know what it's like, and I love to help people. That is what
I think you know that's the thing. When people have been there, you can appreciate that when someone needs that help and is reaching out for it. Do you know, it's really great to talk to you, Matthew. Thank you very much indeed. And Harrison, you're a hero. You're a real hero.
Yeah, he saved my life. He's my hero.
You're
Yeah.
a star.
Smashing to see
Great
both
to meet
of
you
you.
both.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
If you're struggling, look at that. There's a lot to learn from that and a lot of help you can get out there just by talking to someone like Matt. We've got all the top stories heading your way in just a couple of minutes.